It's called Swords and Tequila, Riot's Classic First Decade. And it's written by the great Martin Popoff. It came out in 2019. I had no idea. So this is a plug for you to go out to Amazon and buy that book. Swords and Tequila, Riot's Classic First Decade, on paperback at Amazon. Yeah, came out in 2019. Riot in the mid to late 80s, they transitioned, right? Guy Speranza, their original singer, left. Rhett, what's his name? Rhett Forrester. I want to say Rhett Butler, but that's the guy in Gone with the Wind. Rhett Forrester came in, and he was a pretty good singer. He did 2 or 3 albums with them. He tragically, in like the mid 90s, was killed in a carjacking. It's really sad. But he was already gone. But by the late 80s, they had really morphed into a speed metal band. And in fact, that Thundersteel album, I think it came out in 86. That's kind of held up as like a pioneering speed metal album. But to be honest, guys, it's completely different than the classic Riot of Swords and Tequila fame, right? To me, that's just a lot better. But yeah, they kind of morphed into a speed metal band, and now they currently tour and exist as a group called Riot 5. And I've watched a few shows. Their lead singer's really good, but if you go see Riot 5, it's going to be 90% speed metal, and then they'll probably do Swords and Tequila, and they'll probably do Outlaw. I mean, you might hear 2, maybe 3 songs from the classic era. The rest is all speed metal. Nothing wrong with that. If you're a fan of Riot speed metal, that's great. But I'm a fan of the Guy Speranza era, Fire Down Under, and there's a book about that era. And, you know, obviously they never got the success they should have. Guy Speranza kind of left at the top as they were on their way up. Sammy Hagar was a big fan of Riot. He had them open for them a lot. And they were kind of thrown in there with the whole new wave of British heavy metal, even though they were from New Jersey, right? But they went to England, and actually that's kind of where they started having success. And then they were packaged with a lot of these hard rock tours of the late 70s, early 80s. You might see them opening for a Sammy Hagar or a Judas Priest, or, you know, think of the Up at Pat Travers, right? The popular hard rock heavy metal bands of the early 80s. Chances are Riot opened for them, right? And they were a great band, but a number of things against them, right? Stupid marketing, stupid album artwork. They had some mismanagement. Mark Reale, the lead guitarist and kind of the main writer and the leader of the band, he had Crohn's disease, had a lot of health issues. He died about, 10 or 15 years ago. But go out. First of all, you got to go right now and listen to Fire Down Under, the whole album. There's one filler track on the album. Every other track is just killer. Okay. And then read about them. Reading is fundamental. Read about them. Swords and Tequila, Riot's Classic First Decade, paperback by Martin Popoff.